What's up, guys? Welcome to another week of Critical
Chat.
Critical Chit-Chat, the podcast where we talk all things Pokemon, news and otherwise. I'm Tommy. And this over here is Charmicter.
Charmicter.
Enough.
Hello, Charmicter.
And this over here is Josh.
Josh for Scary Monster.
Josh.
Thank you for introducing me. I will henceforth be known for the month of October as Josh Vascary Monster.
So creative.
Thank you.
Yes, obviously it's the month of spooky.
Also in line with the spookiness, this episode is very dark. And we're both wearing all black.
Dude, it's October.
It's October. You gotta have a darker video, and you gotta wear all black. And maybe have some screams in the background.
Dude, there's Pumpkaboos and Phantumps and maybe even a Haunter all around us.
Wow, we're blowing that load right now.
What?
I mean, we got like 3 more episodes.
It's October. There's more ghost Pokemon. Alright, so guys, we got a lot of news.
We're putting this up a day late so that we could include the new trailer.
And maybe we'll pretty much only talk about that.
That might be the only news from this week.
It's a lot. It's a lot, though. So, new trailer. They showed a lot of stuff. But what I want to start in the middle of the trailer.
Last time you said you wanted to start with what the trailer started with.
Usually that's how I do it, because for the sake of ease. But this time, I want to do it for the sake of a different reason, which I will tell you after I tell you what the news is.
All right, let's hear it.
Mega Evolutions. They're coming to Alola. They are still in the game. The world was wrong. You were wrong. You were wrong. I was wrong. We were all wrong.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know that you could say we were wrong necessarily. Maybe our skepticism as to whether or not they would return was misplaced because we didn't actually hear anything at all about it.
I think everyone was assuming pretty hard
that
there's no Mega Evolutions in Sun and Moon, which was a fair assumption at the time. But with this news, I am now scared to assume anything or even theorize anything with this new news.
Yeah, this new news.
The rest of the news from the trailer.
Right. Yeah. I mean, maybe more will be revealed to us on the 18th of this month. Do you think maybe?
No.
Okay.
I think maybe on the 14th.
Well, that's when our next news drop is.
Yes.
But we're going to get a taste of the game.
Oh, you're right.
On the 18th.
Here we go. The 18th of October.
Of October.
In the year 2016.
This year,
we're getting
2016.
Our Lord Arceus. We're getting...
That's what obviously.
Yeah, sorry.
I'm
Didn't
sure
need to specify.
You thought I was talking about.
We're getting a demo version. Sun and Moon demo version.
This is exactly what I need because I am like itching so hard to play this game.
Yeah, I mean, I kind of feel that way, but when the Ruby Sapphire demo came out, it was like super boring.
Yeah, and I mean, it's not going to be a perfect representation of the game, considering the next bit of this news, which is we are going to be getting a Greninja to use in this demo. And not only that, it's going to have a new ability.
Yeah.
Which is like Bond something.
It's called Battle Bond.
Battle Bond. And it turns you into Ash Greninja.
Well, it turns the Greninja into Ash Greninja.
It turns the Greninja into Ash Greninja, which is strange because we are not Ash.
Yeah, they definitely wanted to pencil this in from the anime, put it actually in a Pokemon game.
Yeah. Which makes sense.
So you're gonna probably do a couple battles with Greninja. It's gonna transform into Ash Greninja. Then when the game comes out a month later, you can transfer your Greninja with the Battle Bond ability to Sun and Moon. Which sucks. I don't think Ash Greninja will be better than Protean regular Greninja. There's no way.
I mean, what stat boost do you get from that, you know?
Even if it's the same stat boost as like a Mega Evolution.
Yeah, this might be the only Mega in the game. The only legal... We'll get into that later.
Okay, sure. But even no matter what its stat boosts are, and keeping in consideration that it can still hold an item, even though it's an in-battle evolution.
Yeah.
Protean is just too good of an ability to lose.
It's good, but it wasn't used a lot. I mean, maybe...
Protean, Greninja?
Not, like...
Ever play 2015? Ever
yeah,
play
but yeah, I know.
Ubers?
But that's what I'm saying, is, like, it might get some more use based on what our topic of the week is that we'll get into later.
Right, which is going to be the competitive scene now with the rule changes.
Right.
I don't know. I'm not a big fan of Ash Greninja. It doesn't really make sense.
Yeah, but I mean, they want to give you some incentive to play the demo too, because then that's what's going to get you to want to buy the game.
Right.
And they did this, of course, with the last ones where we got the Mega Glalie
and Mega Steelix.
Yeah, right.
Yeah, so demo exclusive Pokemon. It's going to get people to download the demo. I don't know. I just don't like demos for Pokemon games. It's not fun.
It's hard to do. Yeah,
in the middle. Yeah. The point of a Pokemon game is to start at the beginning, raise a level 5, and slowly climb your way up.
Speaking of starters,
wow, we're cruising through this. All
dude,
right.
My segues have been on point. I have to say, I'm proud of what I've done so far.
Are you in a hurry or something, man?
I'm not in a hurry. I'm snatching up opportunities here.
Okay. Well, look out for the demo on October 18th.
Yes.
And
very
now,
excited for that date because my birthday will have passed.
Great.
And I'll have experienced the greatness that was my birthday at that point.
Wow. Excited.
Has anyone ever referred to like being excited for having already experienced something? As opposed to, like, actually doing it?
Yeah. Maybe not, like, birthdays passing, because then you're a year older, and most people find that depressing.
Honestly, dude, I've been, like, in my head, I've been 24 for a few months.
You're turning 24?
I'm turning 24 years old.
I thought you were 37.
Dude, a lot of people say that.
You're either 37 or 15. It's kind of hard to tell with you.
Yeah, it depends on the beard length, really.
Okay, so that's that. As you were segueing, we got...
As we ruined my segue with talking about the segue.
Starter Pokemon.
Their
evolutions.
Speaking of ages, age 15, these are the awkward... We've always talked about the middle starter evolutions being the awkward teenage years.
Yeah.
Rowlet's evolution is literally his awkward teenage years as an emo kid.
Disagree. That's not an emo kid at all. Okay,
Are you kidding me? Did you see him go?
These are... Okay.
He literally does this and then does this.
Yeah?
Did you read his Pokedex description?
No, Josh. You're getting way ahead of the show right now.
Alright, whatever. Bring me into it. I'll look it up, the description, while you do that.
Rowlet evolves into Dartrix.
Mm-hmm.
This guy. Yes, he's got the hair over the eye thing, but... I see that as like a cool suave guy thing. He reminds me of the guy from Mr. Robot.
Okay, what's his name? The main villain. Guy.
The blonde guy.
Yeah.
Does not at all remind me of an emo teenager.
He does to me, and once I find this description and read it to you, I think you'll agree.
I don't think you'll make me change my mind, dude. He still has the bow tie.
He does.
So he's obviously classy. I don't know any emo kids who wear bow ties from Hot Topic or something. All right, here we go.
All right, here we go.
Click on the
Dartrix is extremely sensitive to other presences in the area and can detect opponents behind it and throws feathers to strike them without even seeing them. Pokemon conceals sharp blade of feathers, goes beyond propelling its blade quills with simple straight lines. Revealing a certain snobbiness in its personality, Dartrix cares a great deal about its appearance, grooming its feathers in every spare moment. In truth, it's also a bit of a bird brain with a tendency to bungle things up. Once it makes a mistake, it sometimes gets into a desperate struggle to gloss over the situation, ends up making a bigger mess. At times, Pokemon feels so bothered by its dirty or ruffled feathers it can't focus on battle. When it loses focus, it sometimes retires from battle on the spot. That sounds like an emo kid thing.
Not at all.
It's up to the trainer to help Dartrix overcome his troublesome stage.
Yeah, it's troublesome, sure. But for different ways. He's like that businessman with the gelled hair that, like, flaps down over his face.
I don't know. I don't see it, dude.
That's totally what he is. He's so focused on, like, appearance and stuff.
I don't know.
Yeah, Josh, thank you for reading that and improving me, right?
I don't like him.
Dartrix is a classy guy. I think, he looks a lot like maybe a leaked photo we've seen. Moving on, Litten evolves into
Torracat.
There you go. Finish my
Critical Chit-Chat.
sentences for me.
Sure. All right. So this is the Fire Cat.
Whoa! Dartrix.
Mm-hmm.
Grass flying still.
Yeah.
Still just overgrow is his only ability.
Yeah. Same here. His ability is Blaze, Torracats. Type, just fire. However,
still just fire.
However, we have some clues now that further the theory of the fighting type.
A theory?
Well, yeah. I mean,
every fire starter is a fighting type.
What? Every fire starter is not also a fighting type. That's not true.
Take out Typhlosion and Charizard. You got Blaziken.
And Braixen.
You got Blaziken, you got Emboar, you got, what's the one in between them?
But those ones aren't fighting.
Infernape. Yeah, they are.
Braixen isn't, and Charizard. And
3 out of the 6 are firefighting.
Okay, so every other time, then, it's a fighting type.
Yeah, that's way too many.
Alright, so this one's a fighting type, and we get that. It says, the Torracat has a great love for battle and will attack so relentlessly its opponents lose the will to fight. Yet it sometimes behaves like a spoiled child in front of trainers or Pokemon with whom it has built a relationship or trust. The cat punch that this Pokemon can dish out with its strong forelegs is extremely powerful, and it can bend iron bars and knock out large men with a single blow.
Have you really never heard the firefighting thing?
No.
Everybody complains about that.
How there's so many firefighting types.
Yeah. Starters.
It is strange.
Well, fine. Torracat, I have no feelings towards Torracat. Probably the worst of the evolutions. Litten got a little bit buffer, and now he has a collar that he shoots fire out of.
Yeah, it's a very hot, and it shows in the like Pokemon-Ami thing. What's it called? The
refresh. Yeah.
That if you touch it, the hand burns. Yeah,
which is a cool feature. But I mean, so Litten was able to spit up gas-covered fur balls.
Yeah,
and
to set on fire.
And now, can't do that anymore? Just has a little collar?
I mean, I'm sure it still can. It just also has a fire collar. And it probably just gets hot from being a part of his fur.
Sure. But, I mean, other than that, it just looks like slightly larger Litten.
Yeah, it does.
Sucks.
All right, we got to move on.
2 out of 5.
Oh, yeah. First one,
I don't know why we had to move on, Josh. We're almost halfway done here.
All right. We didn't rate
Dartrix. Yeah, 5 out of 5, obviously.
Okay, I'll give him a 3.
A 3?
I'll give Torracat a 3 also.
What?
Yeah.
You're obviously being biased.
No. Next up, Brione.
Yes. Brione.
The pop star Pokemon. This is Team Poplio's evolution. It's also just a water type with the Torrent ability.
Sucks.
Just like all the other ones. Alright, so this, it says pop star Pokemon, but that's more like in the Japanese pop star sense, in that this is a dancer. So it's keeping with the performer theme of Poplio. And so we got a dancer. It's wearing like a nice little like frilly like dancer dress thing.
Uh-huh.
And gotta say, it doesn't look as good as Poplio.
Yeah.
But it hasn't changed my decision.
Yeah, I understand. Doesn't look as good as Poplio, but doesn't look as bad as Torracat.
Yeah. It's at least like a change. Torracat isn't much of a difference.
Didn't we redo the poll on who you're gonna pick as your starter? And instead of a what was it, 40-40-20?
Yeah.
Now it's 55 25 25.
Yeah, it's tied
50,
between
25,
the other
25.
two. Let me bring that poll up real quick.
So Rowlett is still Rowlett's now the clear leader.
Yeah, Rowlett's at 60%, and Litton and Poplio both are at 20%.
Yeah.
So Litton lost some popularity here
a lot
this week. It's down to Poplio's level.
It's just, I mean, I feel like Dartrix, especially, but also Brion, just have so much more personality.
Yeah.
I mean, granted,
Poplio always had the most personality. You can't deny that.
No.
And honestly, the problem is, what cat do you know that has a personality?
No. They all have personalities.
Cats suck, dude. They all have the same personality, and it's on give.
You're allergic to cats. You can't bring that bias into your Pokemon opinions.
Cats suck. Sorry about it.
But you love sea lions.
Sea lions are dope, dude. Sea lions bark like dogs.
Okay. I'll give Brion a 3.
I'll give Brion a 3.5.
Wow, okay. So you pretty much hate all of these. Or you're
I mean, the middle forms are never the greatest. You know?
I think Dartrix is a pretty great middle form.
It's alright. It's interesting.
It stands on its own, I think.
It's interesting.
It's
it looks like what Rowlet should It's a good evolution for Rowlet, I would say. I would say it's the best step up of these three.
I agree.
Yeah. Does that make it my favorite? No, but it is the best step up.
That's fine. So a while ago we got these leaked pictures of the final evolutions that are mysteriously being taken down from the internet all around.
Yeah. Besides our thumbnail on our old video.
Yeah. Hey.
It's still up there if you guys want to see it.
So all of these middle forms look extremely like those final forms.
It's Litten has yet to stand on its hind legs and grow giant muscles.
It has the same pattern on its back
and wear a shorts.
Well, it grew a collar. It can grow shorts for the next evolution. Yeah, so I'm all on board. I believe it.
Yeah, it's very likely that these are real. That those are real. At least one of each of their forms.
At most one of each of their forms.
If they're real, I mean.
If they're real, it's at most one of their forms. Hopefully.
Well, it's one of their forms because they're probably going to have 2 forms each.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But I mean, those one are at most one of their forms. That one picture isn't both of their forms.
Well, yeah. But I mean, at least it's going to be one of their forms.
At most, it'll be one of their forms. It could only be one. That's only one form.
I think you could say that both ways. I think our argument.
I think the grammar's off here.
I think the argument here goes both ways.
Maybe you should go to English class, Josh.
Maybe you should go to English school.
Ooh,
got him.
Those are the starter evolutions.
I would say so. All right, so we've.
So you'll forget about them a month after the game comes out. You'll forget about all 3 of these Pokemon a month after the game comes out.
Because no one remembers fucking Frogadier and
Frogadier.
Yeah, you're right.
And Breaks or
I think Braixen is the middle
Braixen's the middle one.
Braixen is the
because
middle
it's in Pokken.
It's in Pokken. That's why I remember. And then
Delphox.
Delphox is the last one.
And of course, Quilladin.
I
like Quilladin.
Yeah, no one gives a shit about the middle evolutions. It's fine. Don't even worry about these.
Yeah, don't even worry. Just skip past that previous 15 minutes.
Yeah, go back and then skip past to this point.
All right, Josh, you know what, Josh? We have 2 new features coming to Pokemon Sun and Moon.
How many features is that now? 35? New features in this new game.
It's a lot. I know you're making a joke here, but I'm not sure that it's a bad thing.
I don't think it is a bad thing. I mean, if they took however many years to make this game since the last new one, then
3.
Yeah, then good.
First up, Festival Plaza.
Here we go. This is where Pokemon becomes an MMO.
Sort of.
It's not very massive.
You can complete tasks for other trainers.
Jaws started hurting.
To earn festival coins.
Mm-hmm. And those are what you use to like buy new products to change your hair.
Is it only for cosmetic stuff?
There's other stuff too.
They're called FC in the game.
Yeah.
So I'm pretty sure these are the new BP.
They teased it in the last trailer because it said festival coins when you were choosing your hairstyle.
Oh.
Yeah.
Yeah, but there's other items you can buy there.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. I think this might be the new BP.
Yeah.
There's probably a battle house in the plaza.
Yeah, it's possible. But this is more for online, so you are playing with other users.
With other people. I don't really get it. You complete tasks for them.
Yeah, I don't know. It could be like the kind of like cop-out online where it's like, my avatar is in your game, but it's pre-generated like, oh, go talk to my avatar that's just standing there.
That's probably what it's going to be. Otherwise, there's going to be millions of people in that.
Well, I mean, I'm sure they'll have different like plazas and they'll cap them off, but yeah, it's interesting.
But they did say that in the plazas we're gonna have global missions. First one coming early November, which is gonna be called
early November. That's before the game comes out.
Yeah. When the game comes out.
Yeah, sure.
We'll say mid-November.
It's
a global mission called Catch a Lot of Pokemon.
Yeah, I just see that. And like literally no number given. It's just catch a bunch of Pokemon.
So, really confused as to what this means or what this is at all.
Yeah, I mean, that's a good starting one because what do you want to do when you first start playing Pokemon is just catch the new Pokemon.
I want to beat the game, dude. I want to run through it,
beat the
sprint
game
through the game.
Make my fucking team.
Nah. I'm going to go slowly, talk to every NPC, as I did in X and Y. Talk to every single NPC in every single town.
Wow.
So yeah, it's gonna be a long adventure for me.
Yeah.
I'll
make a good team for you.
I'll catch a lot of Pokemon on the way, of course. Fill out the Alola Dex, hopefully.
I mean, that is the goal. That's anyone's goal.
Dude, can you trade me a Passimian? I'll give you an Orangu.
No.
Okay. I'll have to do it, have to complete my decks a different way.
Sure.
Also in this festival plaza, we see a Tauros being ridden pretty hard and fast.
Oh yeah, it's hard and fast, and it's busting through boulders.
It's busting.
It's really busting them boldies.
Okay. What do you think that one's called? Tauros Trot?
I think that's Tauros Smash.
That's not alliteration though.
Tauros. Tang, Tauros. You're getting them rocks.
Josh, here's another new feature. Pokemon Pelago.
Whoa! Wait, hold on. Let me guess what that could possibly be.
Pelago.
Pokemon Pelago, is that when you put all your Pokemon in the PC and then they materialize in kind of like a haven space and they go around and they collect items and Pokemon for you?
No.
How's that guess?
That was pretty close. It's Pokemon that are on your PC, can go to Pelago, and what Pelago is 3 islands. The first island is Island Abeans.
Abeans!
On this island, wild Pokemon will be attracted to it, and I guess just show up there and join you.
And you get new Pokemon.
That sucks.
I can't imagine this would be Pokemon that you don't already have.
Yeah. Like a freaking Lunala just walks in.
Just the legendary of the game. Or there'll be ones that you've like seen but failed to catch.
Maybe. That's so lame though.
Yeah.
Like, I don't want to actually catch them.
Well, I mean, you probably have the choice to put your Pokemon in this specific Pelago.
Right. This seems to be the worst of the 3.
You're right.
The next one that I'm going to say right now is Evelup.
Evelup.
I'll Evelup.
Evelup.
This is where your Pokemon train themselves in some way by drinking drinks out of coconuts with little umbrellas.
Yeah, dude, I mean, this is where your PC Pokemon go to get fucked up.
And therefore stronger.
Yeah.
That's the thing about alcohol. It makes you so strong.
That's the thing about alcohol.
That's what I just said.
It brings out your true strength because you're not holding back.
So yeah, you can give your Pokemon a special defense drink, an attack drink. I'm not really sure what they do. Maybe, I think probably just for EVs.
Yeah.
Kind of interesting.
Yeah.
And then the last one here. This is the big one.
This is a big one. For
I'll
a couple reasons. What will you do?
Aphon.
You'll what?
I'll Aphon. Aphon.
I'll Aphon.
So on this island, your Pokemon go into this weird cave and come out holding items. And let me tell you what the items they found in the trailer.
This is interesting.
A bunch of stones. Stones. We got a moonstone, something stone. Let me tell you what they found in the Spanish trailer.
I saw this.
In the Spanish trailer, they find an ice stone.
This will likely be for Vulpix.
Or Glaceon. Because there are... when Glaceon and Leafeon first came out, there were not leaf stones. Or ice stones, obviously. You had to, like, go to the grassy part or the icy part of the map and evolve them next to a big grassy and or icy rock. And level them up next to those rocks. And that's how you got your EV to evolve into Glaceon or Leafeon. Since then, Leaf Stone has come out. Yeah. And now Ice Stone. Gotta believe that's going to make Glaceon. And also, obviously, Vulpix.
Yeah, because Vulpix always evolved with Firestone. And now you need the Ice Stone.
So,
Will Sandshrew need it? Probably not.
Nah. That's cool. Ice Stone. I wonder who else is going to need it. I can't think of an Ice-type Pokemon they've revealed besides Sandshrew and Vulpix.
Yeah. Maybe they put those in as ice to like make up for the lack of new
ice types. That'd be really lame of them to do that.
Yeah, it would suck.
We need an ice fighting type.
Ooh.
Or an ice fire. That's too strong. Ice fighting and ice fire, too good.
Ice fire would fuck you.
Yeah. That's like almost perfect coverage.
Yeah.
So anyway, that is Pokemon Pelago. Your PC Pokemon now do stuff for you. What do you think?
I think it's cool. I mean, the Pokemon one I probably wouldn't use at all. Just seems like you're gonna end up with just a bunch of clutter of Pokemon that you don't need, that you already have probably. Yeah. Or it's just gonna take the fun away of catching a new Pokemon. Right. So that's dumb to me. Although some people, might want to use that to complete their Pokedex if they're taking a long time and they want to just get it done and do their shiny hunts and shit.
Different strokes for different folks, I always say.
Some people stroke like this, some people stroke like this.
Yeah, it depends if you're jerking off or petting your dog.
Depends on which folk you are.
Okay, so that's it for the trailer.
Yeah, but the item one is probably pretty useful. I mean, it's pretty hard to find Thunderstone and stones.
Is it?
Well, I mean, there's usually like only a couple per game.
No, that's not true.
Really?
It's not since Gen 1.
I remember finding there being two Thunderstones in Oras.
Pretty sure you can just buy them in the...
Well, yeah, that's different. But then you gotta... Well, you don't buy them. You have to use, points.
BP? What about the big department store? Anyway.
I don't know.
Here we go.
No one knows.
That's the end of the trailer. Wow, what a good one, huh?
What a great day. I woke up and I saw that trailer and I was like, here it is, the moment we've all been waiting for. And then what happens after that? The big news.
All right, so we're going to get into next segment here.
So, we are sans revolving door Pokemon today.
Yeah, too much news.
It's a special episode. Like we said, we're putting this up late, as you've seen, because
very late.
We were waiting for the new news to be revealed.
All right, so time for our topic of the week. VGC
17. It's been revealed.
Has that been here the whole time?
WrestleMania 2015, folks. We went there. It was a great time.
Why has that been on the table the whole time?
I've been drinking water.
There's nothing in it. All right, so if you don't know, VGC stands for Video Game Championship Series. 17 stands for the year 2017.
The year of our Lord Arceus. And if you still say 2016, 2017, legitimately, fuck you.
You legitimately want to fuck them?
Yeah. Yeah.
Josh, this is not that kind of show.
2017.
All right, so let me just run you through the new rules real quick. Only Pokemon from the Alolan Pokedex.
This is standard. We expected this.
Okay.
That does not necessarily mean only Gen 7 Pokemon.
No, of course not. Only Pokemon found in Alola, which confirms that the Alolan Dex has more than Gen 7 Pokemon in it.
Yes.
Next rule. The use of Mega Stones is not allowed.
Prohibitado. Prohibitidabido.
Last new rule.
If you understand that reference, that's a great one.
That's from Fired Up.
Fired Up. Great movie. That movie is actually really good.
Yeah.
Prohibitidabido.
Josh, I'm in the middle of saying the
Please continue, Tommy. I'm not. Who's stopping you?
You're prohibidabbling me. All right. Last rule. New rule. We have a new timer. It is a chess similar timer in which each player has 10 minutes of game time for themselves. When it is your turn, your own 10-minute clock counts down.
Yeah, so you cannot time out your opponent. You can only time out yourself.
Yes. So, and you still have the 1 minute per turn. Other than that, still the basic rules. Double battles, one of each Pokedex number only, one of each item only.
Yeah. And it does not count like battle animation time. It only counts while you're choosing a move or Pokemon.
That's new.
Yeah.
That's good.
Yeah.
Okay. Josh, what do you want to start with this?
I'm very happy. No Megas.
I'm happy for you.
Thank you so much, Tommy. No Megas is really going to open up the Pokemon pool this year, especially with it being a little bit more limited because we don't have two legal games to get Pokemon from. We have one. So
yeah, you go from literally being able to obtain every Pokemon that's ever existed to only Pokemon you find in Sun and Moon.
Yeah, so I like that, especially with banning Megas, because we're gonna get like a more focused like game to focus on. Plus, we'll probably get to use most of them. Like a lot of them will probably be relatively viable.
Yeah.
So like of the pool, a large ratio of them will probably be like pretty good, especially with all the abilities that they've announced so far on the Pokemon they've announced so far.
Yeah, a lot of Pokemon seem really strong.
Yeah. So I mean that's a one on the Yon counter. So I'm really excited about this, and that's why I think like, you know, Proteon, will Greninja be in the game other than the event?
Yes, Josh. If you find it in the Sun and Moon demo, then obviously you found it in Alola.
Yeah, but this one's specifically going to have that ability. There may not be Proteon Greninja.
True. Something from the trailer made me think that breeding wasn't going to be in this game, but I can't figure out what it was.
I think breeding will be in this game. But anyway, back to VGC. This is very exciting. The new season's going to be really fun. I think it's going to be much better than 2016.
Yeah, can't be any worse.
Yeah. They have also officially stated that Solgaleo and Lunala will not be legal. Which is something we questioned last week.
Did we?
Yeah, we talked about that, whether or not they would be considered a mythical or like two legendary, and they won't be.
Well, we know that those two are the mythicals.
No, the mythical is Magearna.
Yeah. Yeah, dude. They both are.
Yeah, well, it said certain legendaries like Solgaleo and Lunala will not be permitted, as well as the mythical Magearna.
Okay, so where does that leave Tapu Koko?
Tapu Koko seems to be one of the...
Tapu Koko.
Tapu Koko seems to be like in line with like Zapdos.
Yeah, but there's 4 of them.
Yeah, but
Maybe.
they're probably all legal.
Why haven't they shown the other 3 yet?
I don't know. It's interesting. Because this one's like the one of the main island, and they don't want to give you away too much.
They don't want to give away too much.
They've been giving away a lot, but I have a feeling we're like halfway through like everything that there is to offer.
Maybe less.
Less than halfway.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's a lot more we haven't seen. So I think this is perfect.
Okay.
There have been like 50-something Pokemon announced.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure Gen 6 only had like 72 new Pokemon.
It wasn't 100. I know that.
It was 70 something.
Yeah.
Jeez.
I bet this one's gonna maybe have 150.
Nah, don't be ridiculous. I gotta agree with you about VGC 17. Looks good. Sounds good.
Mm-hmm. I'm very excited to get into it on December 1st. This goes into effect. So we don't even have to wait till January.
Jeez. Yeah, no one's gonna be ready by then.
Yeah, it's difficult to build the meta by then. However, having that big tournament in December, there's the new nationals of Europe.
Oh, right.
Is
the international challenge.
Right, is in December.
Yeah, we covered that.
That is going to like really fast track the mega, I think. Something's gonna
meta.
The meta, that's what I meant to say. The mega is a meta way of saying that.
But I mean, by that point, we're not even gonna have confirmation on like Pokemon base stats. Like it takes, I'm pretty sure X and Y took more than a month of player testing before we knew the real base stats and stuff of everything.
I mean, maybe that's why they're giving us so many of these like potentially viable Pokemon right now.
Yeah.
So people can start team building like before they get it and then figure it out.
There's no way you can start team building.
It's difficult, I know, especially because of the stats.
No stats or move pools.
Yeah, but I think like after that event or after the tournament, it's gonna get really like things are gonna start moving really quickly, and people are gonna start to figure out what's working and what isn't in a high level tournament setting, and then something's gonna come out like in the top 8, and they're gonna be like, okay, like let's mix and match.
Yeah, I agree. People are gonna copy whoever wins.
Yeah, well, yeah, that always happens. Speaking of copying whoever wins.
Oh yeah, so they're implementing a new
Striking again, dude. I've been killing it.
They're implementing a new system where you can scan other trainers' QR codes to rent their teams to use on the Global Link. Now, you're not going to be able to use this feature for any ranked Global Link ladders or any sanctioned events.
Yeah, there is a new Global Link ladder.
For
Specifically
VGC.
Called the Champion Ladder.
First time
Championship
ever.
ladder.
That's great.
Yeah.
So yeah, you can rent other people's teams. It seems like getting like a perfect Pokemon is going to be a lot easier in this generation. Mm-hmm. But I mean, obviously getting a lot of competitively viable, especially for like YouTubers who need different interesting teams every day, 2 days.
Yeah.
This is going to be a really easy way for people to do it.
Mm-hmm.
Try out teams before you put in the time to breed and EV and train them and everything.
I think Pokemon wants a way for you to be able to do that in game without having to go to outside sources like Showdown.
Yeah.
And so this is, I think, a good step into doing that. I mean, it's not exactly choose every like moveset and like EV that you want and test it out, but it is a good way of having you test it out if someone else has already done it.
Mm-hmm.
And yeah, they're trying to, I think, also combat a lot of people openly like hack. A lot of high level competitors had their brother make their team for them, as it were, and I don't think that's a bad thing. I think it's like impossibly, like ridiculously hard to have to put in that much time, so it's not that bad. But
especially using an event Raichu to win Worlds. What are the odds that it's a perfect Raichu you get from an event?
Yeah, and you had the foresight when that Raichu came out to know that, I want to use it in this way.
Yeah.
Yeah, so, I mean, I don't know. I don't think that has anything to do with your ability as a battler.
No.
It's just getting by the, like, the stupidly like painstaking process of breeding. I don't think is that bad, but catching legendaries is insane.
Yeah, a talented Pokemon player and trainer comes from selecting and building your team, choosing the correct spreads and everything to make a good, competitively viable team, and then, of course, performance in an actual battle.
Right, and knowing what to use and when, and how your Pokemon are used together and against the variables of Pokemon you could come up against.
Of course. But now, unfortunately, up to this point, what we've had to do is spend 30 to 50 hours in between those two steps making the team.
Yeah. Or
giant flaw in Pokemon.
Yeah. Or 30 to 50
dollars.
100 cents.
Yes. So, I mean, QR scans for rentals doesn't completely fix that problem, but it is going to give people the chance to play with new Pokemon, which is cool.
Yeah.
So you're not going to be able to use QR scanned Pokemon for VGC games, but VGC, I mean, they're taking a huge step forward from last season.
Yeah.
I was getting worried that it was kind of snowballing out of control when they added primals and legendaries into it.
Yeah, I mean, I think they learned a lot from this last year, especially with how big it all was, especially with the fiasco that was. They weren't going to allow any spectators in. I think they're realizing how big it is now and how seriously they really need to take it. Mm-hmm. And I mean, obviously they didn't implement these changes in the past 5 months. Yeah. These were always ideas for a long time. So they've been thinking about it a lot, and I think 2017 is going to be a huge year for VGC.
Biggest ever.
Well, easily going to be the biggest ever, but I think it could really skyrocket.
Okay.
As an esport.
Wow. You think it's going to blast off at the speed of light?
I think Team Rocket might be blasting off again.
Great. Well,
just to keep it in the wheelhouse of Pokemon.
Yes. Well, I'm glad that we have that to look forward to for 2017. December 1st is when it starts.
See you in Anaheim.
Anything else you'd like to say before we wrap this old puppy up?
Guys, if you're thinking about playing the VGC and you're thinking, oh, I want to get into this competitive Pokemon. That's two? That's two. 2 yawns.
Come on, dude. It's past my bedtime.
Then you know what? You need to get out there and you need to go for it. Find your local premier challenges. Skip school, skip work, and go battle, because there's no better glory in this world than being the world champion. Have you seen Wolfie Glick? He wasn't even invited to the international championship.
Yeah, we talked about this last week.
So you have that to look forward to if you're the best in the world.
All right, and we'll see you next week for another episode of News Pokemon. Why would you do that, dude? News Pokemon.
We didn't have one Rayquaza this whole time, and now we got one.
So join us next week for another Critical Chit.
Chat.
Bye.